Top 2 and I ain't number 2. The words of Beyonce have proven to be true. She's officially named the greatest pop star of the 21st century by Billboard. Some people are acting like she doesn't deserve the top spot, but I'm here to tell you exactly why she's number 1. Billboard referred to Beyoncé as a singer, a performer, and a creator whose commitment to innovation, evolution, and all-round excellence has made her the bar against which all other pop stars this century have long been measured. Facts: it's always Beyoncé versus someone else, proving how much of a standard she is. Billboard also said her inherent combination of dazzling beauty, impeccable fashion, captivating staging, otherworldly physicality, and simultaneously earthy and skyscraping vocals all speak for itself. I see people comparing Beyoncé to others who can't even sing, and I think that's so disrespectful.
So disrespectful!
For the past 25 years, Beyoncé has dominated, elevated, and transformed pop music and culture. Billboard mentioned Beyoncé having a quarter-century dominance, and it's true. No one else on the list has been killing it like Beyoncé since literally the start of the 21st century. I see some people claiming that Beyoncé hasn't made a good album in years, but that's their individual opinion that they keep on trying to make a fact. In my opinion, Beyoncé has no bad albums, and I'm sure a lot of others agree since literally all of her albums have debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts, the only female artist to achieve this. Also, in a musical climate where streams exist, Beyoncé still has the ability to sell hundreds of thousands of physical copies of her music. But she's still packing the streams too, because example, Renaissance would have still gone number 1 if she didn't sell a single copy, because the streams alone would have still landed the album at the top of the charts. And she's a touring force as well. She has set and broken a lot of touring records, too many to name, which proves that people aren't just loving Beyoncé online. They show up and sell out stadiums for her time and time again. The Formation World Tour was the first all-stadium tour by a female artist and ended up being the highest-grossing female tour of 2016, earning $256 million from only 49 dates. So if people want to play the numbers game, Beyoncé has it stacked as well. Another reason for Beyoncé being the greatest is her consistency and longevity. Billboard praised Beyoncé for her longevity, from Say My Name being number 1 in 2000 to Texas Hold'em doing the same in 2024. At a time when most of her pop peers, even the best ones, have either retired from music, faded from the limelight, or simply contented themselves with recreating past glories, Beyoncé remains steadfastly committed to pushing forward. She does not chase trends or youth. Instead, she chases greatness, fully realized artistic works that will add not only to her legacy, but to the culture and to the history of popular music. And that's her goal, building legacy. They stated that there are no flop eras for B, no periods where she disappeared for a half a decade, no clear missteps that were not immediately and emphatically course corrected. There are only varying degrees of winning for over 2 decades. Big facts. They continued, in this sense, her closest peers this century are not other pop stars, they're LeBron James and Serena Williams. Whoever wrote this, I need to shake their hand for laying out this fact. Beyoncé is one of one. Billboard pointed out how Beyoncé came out the gate swinging with her successful debut solo album, Dangerously in Love. They talked about the iconic fashion, music videos, and performances that spawned signature dance moves like the Oh-Oh dance. They mentioned her performance with Prince at the 2004 Grammys and said she held her own next to the purple one for a medley blending both of their hits, and demonstrating that the 22-year-old was already nearing the all-time pop pantheons in her circle. I wanted to highlight this because a lot of icons and legends have shown nothing but love to Beyoncé, like Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, etc. These women who definitely would not sugarcoat whether they liked someone or not had good things to say about Beyoncé's artistry, and even Michael Jackson adored her. When legends like you, and then those who came after you start looking up to you, you know you're doing something right. Also, around this time, Beyoncé had already dabbled in films with Carmen, a hip opera, and also starred as Foxy Cleopatra in Austin Powers. She got a Golden Globe nomination for Dreamgirls as well. Beyoncé continued putting out hit albums and movies, and by 2013, she headlined the Super Bowl, and she released her self-titled album by dropping it as a surprise and on a Friday instead of the typical Tuesday. Now all music is released on Fridays, and other artists also followed suit and did surprise drops. Billboard stated that for the total of her accomplishments and her centrality to that year's pop music, Beyoncé was named Greatest Pop Star of 2014. She eventually released Formation and was at another Super Bowl with Coldplay and Bruno Mars, and Lemonade came later on, and it got critical praise, had tremendous commercial success, selling over 653,000 first week, and it was a cultural success. She was the first Black woman to headline Coachella, and to this day, I haven't seen a better headliner than what Beyoncé did with Beachella. Many artists try to mix their names with Chella, but it's like trying to make fetch happen. Also, Beyoncé had a part in The Lion King and gave us an Afrobeats soundtrack album and film. Billboard said she's both a top-flight visual storyteller and a committed conduit and explorer of Black culture with mainstream spaces in ways that no other 21st century star had even attempted. That's the thing, Beyoncé is a very versatile artist. She's not a one-trick pony. Like, who would have thought years ago that we'd get a dance album from Beyoncé in 2022 and a country album a few years later? Billboard ranked 100 moments of this century that displayed Beyoncé's greatness, saying that there's just no other artist this century and maybe only a couple in the previous one with a full 20+ year catalog of great moments like that. Beyoncé remains the standard for pop stardom this century, and if you ask the other 24 pop stars on the list who the greatest pop star of the century is, it would be surprising if Beyoncé was not the answer for the majority of them. She's been Beyoncé for 25 years now, and as she continues to challenge herself, and by extension the rest of the pop world, to find new and different ways to define greatness, it doesn't seem like she's going to stop being Beyoncé anytime soon. Better say her name. So there you have it. Beyoncé is the full package. She's the celebrity of celebrities. Fans don't only brag about her having big numbers, but many other factors have led to Beyoncé being the greatest pop star of the 21st century. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.